So my name is Clintus McGintus. I'm a video blogger, and basically I just wanted to have this session purely to answer any questions that you guys have related to video, online or offline. I mean, if you make films or just make videos with your kids, knowledge is power, and I'm a big fan of video, big advocate of video. So anything that I can do to help you make video and make it better is my mission. So, real briefly, to give you some context on why I'm a person to be listening to in video. Like, who is this guy? I started video back in high school. Video yearbook, media productions for the school, recorded all the sports games, that sort of thing. Went to college here at UAT, back when it was UACT. Got a degree in multimedia, majoring in digital video production. Unfortunately, it was halfway through. I was like, my sophomore year was when they started the video program, so I had done 2 years of 3D animation and modeling, and then started the video program, and I look at now what they have, and I'm like, oh, I wish I was going to school now. After I graduated, I did some contract work, wedding videos, bar promos, was working on sets of independent films that were being done here, and then I took a big leap of faith when the economy was awesome and my house was worth twice as much as I bought it for. Took a second mortgage out and made some films. And unfortunately, I chose some bad business partners and it didn't work out. So now for $50,000, I've got 3 DVDs on my shelf and a stack of memories. So after that, I had my first child and I had to go back to the 9 to 5 and make money. And that was 2006. I found YouTube and Twitter and the social scene had just started to bubble up in the primordial soup, and I started finding other people making videos online. Blip TV was real big back then for online shows, and I started making some really cool friends and connections with like-minded people that wanted to do what I was doing. Because when I was working on the sets of these movies, I was taking a little Canon power shot and shooting little videos behind the scenes. Like, hey guys, this is what actors do between takes, right? They're sleeping on these tables and trying to eat in the corner between sets, and there's a guy literally there just to make sure they have food in their teeth, between takes. So I would shoot those little videos and I post them on various little sites. Do you remember Text America? Ever heard of Text America?
Yeah, I think so.
So this was like the very first. It was a side project some company made in their closet that basically you texted cell phone photos to this website and would display them, right? Basically, think Instagram, but before apps, it was just a web page. You couldn't view them on your phone. You had to go to the website to view them, but cell phone pics. And anyways, it allowed videos. So I posted little 320 by 240 videos of behind the scenes, right? And you'd have to be like this. It looks real. It looks like you really decapitated that guy. And it was a fake head. You couldn't tell. But anyway, I found YouTube and started watching a lot of shows, video podcasts as they were called back then, because it was the day of audio, and then they started to transition to video. And then I found my first video blog, a guy named Renetto. He did comedy stuff, but then he started just talking about his life. And I was really intrigued by that because it wasn't Survivor, which is what we had back then, an original reality show. It wasn't, someone standing there talking about, yeah, the guy, the dick, the scripted drama that you saw. It was him just talking to the camera. So I found more video blogs. I was like, I can do this. This guy's got thousands of views and comments, and I know that someone's watching my stuff. And that's what kind of got me into video blogging. Because I make these movies, and I send out hundreds of DVDs, and I had no idea if anyone ever watched them. No idea. You never have a response back saying it sucked, it was awesome, it was just nothing, right? Whereas they put a video up and you get view counters. So, what else? I found Vimeo, Blip TV, Vidla. There's all these great sites to post your videos to, and each one was a different community. YouTube was the one that had all the haters and trolls, so that was my least favorite one. It also had the poorest quality. Vimeo and Blip TV was phenomenal for quality of picture and sound and the community, the design. And so this is my least favorite site. I didn't really use it. And then one day I decided to stop using it because of the haters and trolls. They were bad. They were really coming down on a friend of mine who was featured on the homepage. She was an African-American woman, and there was everything from racial to you look like certain animals to everything between. I talked to them, and they're like, yeah, I don't really care because I'm getting thousands of views, thousands of subscribers, and for every one of those crappy comments, I'm getting 3 awesome comments. So we'll just deal with it. This is back before you could block, delete. I mean, they were there. They're there for life. All you could do is flag them and hope YouTube did something about it. So I was like, F that, I'm done. I got Vimeo that loves me. Every time I post a video, they're like, heart. Yeah, this was before the thumbs up and everything. This had stars and they had hearts. I got hearts, I got comments, your kids are cute, this is awesome, more of these videos, Clintus, you rock. I'm like, I don't need this, right? So I left YouTube. Thankfully, I didn't delete my account. So I'm still sub 2006 was when I created the account, but I stopped posting. Until PodCamp, AZ, 2007, 8. It was like the second or third one. I was on a panel with iJustine and Chris Perillo. And someone asked iJustine why she moved to YouTube, because she was a big advocate of Vidler. I don't know her Vidler. And she was telling her story. She said, basically, bottom line, everyone's on YouTube. Except for Clintus, he hates YouTube. So Chris Perillo does this whole little Twitch thing. He's like, looks over me, he's like, you're a video blogger that's not on YouTube? He's like, what? And so, anyway, long story short, we went to lunch, we talked about it. He convinced me to get back on YouTube. Even if I don't use YouTube, put my content on YouTube. So I started uploading, and I naturally saw higher view counts over time than I did on my Vimeo videos that I promoted for my blog and everything. Unfortunately, a 9-month, 10-month period had passed when everyone else was building their audience on YouTube, and then the partner program came out. People started running ads and making money on their YouTube videos. And I'm like, oh, I want to do that. They're making money. I'm paying Vimeo for their features. You're making money on your videos over here? So then I started promoting my YouTube channel, but it was too little too late. The big names had already been out there. They had thousands of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, tens of thousands of views, and I'm stepping up with 200 subscribers. My videos would get 100 views in maybe a week or two. I was in a little dinghy following the cruise line ship. Everyone had already made it, and so I basically started promoting this and pushing this, and I got accepted in the partner program about 2.5 years ago, which also helped because back then YouTube would promote their partners because obviously they're making money off of you, and so that's when the views and subscribers started to slowly build faster. And April of last year, I made the decision to go daily. So my wife and kids, I kind of dubbed it Clintus TV. I'd owned that domain for years and just never did anything with it. Clintus TV now forwards to my YouTube channel, and that's what I promote, that we are a daily, we basically have our own little reality show. And we record our day from start to finish the best we can. Some days are exciting, some days aren't. It's life. But we really try to now, I got my wife involved. It's the best part. It's after 6 years, she's finally on board because she sees the money. She sees the potential. She's like, oh wait, we can make money later? So she video blogs the kids while I'm at work or when I'm away like this. The video that's actually processing right now will be up as soon as I get to the computer again from yesterday. I'm here all day. The kids had their last t-ball game that I unfortunately missed. And they did all kinds of cool stuff. So the video is me, them throughout the day. That's a really good video. It's 13 minutes long. It's our longest video to date, which I was a little hesitant to do, but it was such an awesome day, the context of our day. So yeah, today will be day 225 straight. We haven't missed a day. That's my personal goal, is to never miss a day. I've bent over backwards and pissed off my wife more times than I like to admit to not miss to miss a day. We go camping a lot. We were very active people. I'll show the intro here in a second. We're very active people. The summertime, we just got done with summer. We camp, we ride dirt bikes, we go to water parks, we travel. And when you go camping, obviously you don't have internet service. So I would have to drive to Sedona or Flagstaff and sit in a Starbucks with crappy Wi-Fi for 3 hours to upload a video. And of course that makes my wife happy, and I'm gone for that long. But that's my dedication to my audience that we're slowly building. So that's my story. Hopefully I didn't take too much time. What do we got? Sweet, it took 12 minutes. I was looking for 10.
You basically make all your money off the YouTube?
No, not yet. Unfortunately, not yet. Not with these numbers here. I'm just shy of 1,700 subscribers. This is probably lower than it actually is because it takes a while to update. On average, my daily videos in 24 hours will hit close to 300 views, a little less, depending on the title and the tag. I'm not there, nowhere near that. I mean, you look at the top YouTubers, they've got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Some of their videos are in the millions of views. They're making a living off of that. I'm probably maybe a year or two away, depending on the growth. But on average, we get about 100 new subscribers a month. So that's, in my opinion, that's a steady growth. It's sustainable. And working a 9-to-5 job as well as doing this, that's about as much time as I can give right now. So, do you have a question?
Yeah. It might be very down in the weeds, but it's all good. How do you ensure that the video uploads are in HD? Every time I upload to like YouTube, or really anywhere, but mainly YouTube, it's always sort of like a random guess. So it's going to be in like, it's going to serve it up in like 720 or 1080. How do you know it's in HD?
So when you go to your video manager,
Yeah.
there's a little HD logo.
Okay.
And so the way YouTube works today, it changes obviously all the time, is it will, when you upload a video, it'll automatically encode the highest resolution. So if you upload a 1080p video, it'll encode 1080p first. If you upload a 720p, it encodes that. Once that's available, then it goes back and encodes the lower ones, yeah. And so today, I think there's like 6 different qualities. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I upload, this camera here is what I use. It shoots 1080p, and so 1080p, 720p, 480p, 360p, and 240p. And even though it says auto, and I don't care what your connection is, I have never gotten that thing to automatically go to HD. It always goes to 360, maybe 480. And then the other day I was at, I don't know where I was at, but I actually watched it in 240, and that's terrific. But yeah, so this is the camera I use. It's a Canon PowerShot ELPH 110HS, currently on sale for $180 at Best Buy, Walmart, Fry's Electronics. I'm a big fan of Canon. Like I said, I used Canon PowerShots that were like twice this thick back in the day for my movie sets. I shot all the stills for our movie sets, right? And I'd post those on my blog or whatever, and then I'm like, hey, this shoots video, it's cool, you know, little 320 videos, but I had all these clips. And I wish I could find them on a hard drive buried somewhere, but I would love to like throw those in there. I mean, literally you'd have to watch like this little square right here because they're that small. But this camera particularly I love because it has a pretty decent sized screen on the back. It shoots 1080p, like I said. It shoots 24p, which is the frame rate, so it has more of a cinematic look naturally. And it has a wide angle lens, which if you're a vlogger, I don't care how long your arm is. I was shot yesterday with my iPhone because my wife had the camera, and I went and bought this because I didn't want to shoot my iPhone anymore. The lens is not wide. I mean, I have a big head. My head is literally the only thing you see in the frame, which when you're walking, then it's like this. So this has a wide angle lens, and I love it. I love this camera. We got it right before our vacation. We went to California for a week, and that was like the first test. Like, oh, this camera's awesome. It's the camera I'm using. Our flip video camera took a crap. So that's what I use, and it's easy enough. There's a red button on the back for the wife just to click, so it's there's no technical. Some people give me crap because there's no audio jack. It's a PowerShot versus a DSLR or an actual video camera. But the best camera is the camera you have with you. Right? That's always been my philosophy. That's why I really do love my iPhone or any smartphone that shoots video for that matter. I'm an iPhone user, but every time they upgraded the video capabilities on the phone, I was like, yes, because for a long time, that's what I shot with. I think it was iPhone 4, which shot 720p. For like almost a year, that's all I shot with because it was what I had with me. And the best part was I had iMovie, so I could shoot, edit, and upload all right here. Never had to touch the computer. But then at the same time, that was a really poor quality 720p camera, so it didn't look too great on YouTube. So, questions? What do you want to know? What do you want to talk about?
What's your average turnaround time for editing after you're done with your day?
Okay, so so here's how this works. I'm a procrastinator, and I suck at being my own boss, which is why I believe my movie career failed, because my partners were just like work all the time, and I'm like, dude, I got a family. I like the punch in, punch out philosophy. You know, I was digging the movie stuff we were doing, but so anyways, I had to get a routine. If I was going to do this daily, I had to find a way to make this work for me. And my routine is this: I wake up at 4 a.m. I edit the video for about 20 to 30 minutes, usually is what it takes, because I'll import, so let me back up. When I'm done with my day, I pull the SD card out or my iPhone, plug it in, and I get all the footage onto the computer. And I will open up Final Cut Pro, is what I use, Final Cut Pro 10. And I drop the footage in, because it makes the rendered files. You can use it while it's rendering, but it's a little more laggy because it's trying to build those render files. And since these are 1080p files, and usually there's a lot of them, it takes a while. So I usually get that before I go to bed. So when I wake up in the morning, everything's ready to go. So I wake up at 4 a.m., I start editing. It takes me anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how long, how many clips I have. Like yesterday, it was like 44 clips. And I will start encoding the final product, and I'll jump in the shower, get ready for work. Get ready for work, I'm I'm done, I'm getting ready to leave the house, I start uploading to YouTube. Now YouTube allows you to set your default accessibility as private, or what's the other one called? Private and unlisted, thank you. And so private basically means that you have to invite people to watch the video. They can't find it, it's not in the search results, nothing. Unlisted is it's not, you can't find the video, but if I send you the link and you email that link out, anyone who has a link can watch it. It's public, but not out there in the open. So I set by default to private. What that means is it uploads and it just sits there waiting for me when I'm ready for it. So I upload while I'm driving to work, start my day, somewhere, whether it's a break or my lunch break or whatever it is, I have some free time. I log in, I do my title, my description, my tags, and I either will publish it right then and there, or, which is fantastic that it actually works now, they do scheduled posts. So you can upload a video and schedule it for 4 hours from now, tomorrow, whatever it is, right? And so, depending on the time of day, when I'm getting into it, when I uploaded the last video, because I really try to give my videos 24 hours before I upload the next one, I'll schedule it or I'll just publish it. And that's my routine. That's literally that's how my YouTube publishing and creation phase works. Then the rest of the day is answering emails. I send it to Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and Tumblr, and then I reply to every comment. Typically videos will get 15 to 20 comments in a day, and I reply to every single one of them, unless it's just like, I don't know, a smiley face or something like that. But even then I do a smiley face back or something like that. Because it's one of those things where when you comment on someone's video, or when you reply to someone's comment, they get a notification that you replied. Right? So they know that you replied. So they're either going to go back to YouTube to reply to me, or possibly watch the video again because maybe I responded in a certain context, like, oh really? Let me say that again. But more importantly, it knows that they know that I know that they commented. Right? There's that connection. Because I made it very clear in the early days of the dailies, when we started building our audience, if you watch my video, let me know. Leave a comment, even if it is a smiley face. I have one guy that literally says, I like it, every time he watches the video. I mean, I'm assuming every time. I'm not saying he watches every video, but every video he watches, he says, I like it. And I'm like, okay, well, are you giving it a thumbs up? Because that's really what the important part is, if you give that thumbs up. But he says, I like it on every one. And so I know that he's watching all my videos, or at least the intro. I mean, at least he's there for a moment to say I like it. But that's important for that engagement. Because then again, I know that they were there. And the best part is I'm actually getting to know these people's names, right? I mean, I'm recognizing their usernames, right? There's certain people that comment on every video they watch, and so then there's that dialogue. And then Fridays I do a live show via Google Plus Hangouts. I do Hangouts on air, and so it broadcasts on my YouTube channel. And as I was telling Joe earlier, I hate the format because it's this white border. There's a little mini version of me and then the big version of me, right? So the picture is horrible, but it keeps the conversation on YouTube, right? My audience on YouTube, when I go live, it pops up in the feed as if I just uploaded a video, and there's a little red icon that says live. So they know I'm live right now. They click on it, boom, it comes up, and there's a little comment box, basically just like a comment on a video, except it automatically updates. So it's like a chat room. And when I'm done, it encodes the video and publishes it as if I uploaded the video, and all those comments and views are there. So it's a little booster. And I average about 10 new subscribers every time I go live. That's the average. And the reason for that is two things. One, I'm on the youtube.com/live page, because I'm broadcasting live. And I'm also on the Google Plus Hangouts page, current Hangouts. So I'm being advertised, if you will, in 2 different locations. And so tons of new people are coming in to check it out to see what it's about, right? Because usually it's live show and the date, and if I'm talking about something specific, like I did my iPhone 5 unboxing, it works, because I got there's at one point 100 viewers at one point in time, which is about my highest viewership at all, but because I put iPhone unboxing, everyone was like, what? Who is this guy? What's talking about? So I dig that a lot, and people want me to do it more, and I wish I could. Our evenings have been pretty busy with T-ball and other stuff. But time zones are the hardest part, to be honest with you. You get a viewership around the world, and we're in time zones, right? So I'll do a live show typically around the same time, Friday nights around 4, 5, 6 p.m. And if it never fails, I get about 10, 15 comments going, oh, I missed it again? It's like, well, you're in Australia, dude. Like when I'm at 4 p.m. my time is 2 a.m. your time, you're still asleep or something, So I need to mix it up. I maybe do some like Saturday mornings or Saturday afternoons or something like that. But they like the live stuff a lot.
Do that 4 o'clock in the morning when you wake up and show your routine.
I thought about that. I thought about doing, because I use the webcam on my iMac, which is basically just me. I think about switching it to something like this where I can move the camera, or even my laptop, and then I, kind of swing it around. Because I thought about doing that, more like a live, not a vlog, but like, walk around the house. Some people say like they want to see my house. I'm like, oh, there's a video for that already. I did that like 4 years ago. Here's the link, that kind of thing. So.
Like, can you pan back over to that thing and say, like, how much do you think that's worth?
Yeah, exactly. Here, you see this right here? Yeah, that's an alarm system on the wall. Yeah.
How are you marketing it? Is it all word of mouth, or just people stumbling onto it, or what?
So two things. One, like Chris Perlow said back in the day, second biggest search engine in the world. Organically, people are going to find your content if you tag it correctly, it's titled correctly, right? So this was a conference I was volunteering at Thursday and Friday. Today's video that's encoding right now will say TechPHX. I'm here, right? So there's naturally you're going to do a search for TechPHX, and you're going to find my video, right? Whether it's via Google or YouTube. So there's that. People are finding my stuff. My number one most popular video to date is my Christmas video from last year about the kids' dirt bikes for Christmas. So the thumbnail is them in their pajamas with their helmets on their dirt bikes. And it just says Merry Christmas 2011. But the tags are dirt bikes for Christmas, kids' first dirt bikes, that kind of thing. And it's only, I think, the first 3 minutes of the video. The rest of it's our Christmas day, right? We unwrap presents. My daughter got a karaoke machine, so she's singing on the bed. We go to my in-laws' house, we're having dinner, we're opening presents there. But that video it's going to hit 1 million views this month. It's at 910, 920, I think, or something like that. But that video alone spills over into the next 3 videos, which were kids' first dirt bike ride, daughter rides dirt bike by herself for the first time, and one of our other dirt bike videos, right? And so that video will get 120,000 views in a month. The next video will get 75,000 views in a month. The next video will get 50,000 views in a month. And then some random daily video will get popped into suggested videos, and that will jump up a couple thousand for that month, right? Depending on how Google throws it in there. That video alone has been driving tons of traffic to this. Because I think, in my opinion, what's happening is they find that video, they go to my channel and go, oh crap, he does daily videos, day 224, day 223, he does daily videos. Holy crap, that's awesome. That's enticing to people, right? They're like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna watch a couple of these. Okay, I'll subscribe, right? Every month I look and I got like 20, 30 new subscribers from that one video alone. So that's one side, right? The YouTube snowball effect. It's an engine that just continues to run. The other part is, since I went daily, I have something to promote, right? Clintus TV, daily vlogs, our own little reality show. I have something to promote. For 6 years, I was just a video blogger. Yeah, I post random videos, my kid learning to ride a bike without training wheels. We went to Disneyland. I felt like bitching about the iPhone. I was random, right? And so when people ask me, well, what are your videos about? Random stuff, right? Expect the unexpected from me. One video is me drunk on my bike crashing, riding a bicycle. The next video is my kid riding his bike with no training wheels. So it was very inconsistent, and so it was hard for people, I think, to subscribe to that because they're not sure what they're going to get. This bike, when you crash because you're drunk on a bike, is awesome, but then I don't want to watch a kid swimming in a swimming pool the next clip. I don't care about that. This is. I mean, we brand ourselves as a family thing, right? The banner's always been pictures of us. My Google Plus is the same way. We have a Facebook page now. I was hesitant to create a separate page for that, but it's been working out pretty well. It's still my name. It's still Clintus is the channel name, and it's Clintus TV. And I did that for the off chance that, again, my kids don't want to be involved anymore, or heaven forbid, some crazy guy, scares us, for some reason. I can just back off the family aspect and continue doing what I was doing, but I'd probably still do daily, Hopefully the goal at one point is to be able to quit my job and do this full time, because then the videos are going to just get that much better. Because whatever I'm doing with my free time, I'm going to put it to good use, right? I'm going to either go back to video production, not having to worry about money, or subsidize my income where I can make less because I'm making money from this. And then the videos, just, like I said, the videos just keep getting better. There's daily vloggers out there making 6 figures a year, and all they do is travel and go to events. And so their videos are awesome, right? Anyone ever heard Shay Carl of the Shay Tards? He's going to AMAs this weekend. Or today, is it today? Whatever the AMAs are, I don't know. He's going to there. So he's going to be vlogging at the AMAs, and he's behind on the red carpet or behind the scenes. He's going to get celebrities and stars. People are going to go crazy for that, right? That's the kind of stuff that happens when you have the free time.
Have you noticed, so lately I've been warming up to the concept and really seeing the community aspect of YouTube. Within that, obviously there's like douchebags and trolls who, will always comment. Have you had any stalkers? Because you kind of have your names all out there and it's your family. I usually dismiss those concerns, but then I kind of look at the vitriolic nature of YouTube. Have you had any like negative situations come up?
Not stalkers. I won't say stalkers. We've had some very negative comments, specifically around my daughter. Obviously, she being a female. Just stupid stuff. I mean, people get brass balls when they get behind a keyboard. Stupid. They do.
No, I wondered the same thing, actually, because it's, when you put your children out there.
Yes, I know. And I do get that question a lot, especially when I started doing the daily thing and I was promoting that. They, well, what about your daughter? I mean, you've got a little girl, she's pretty,
They don't care about your little boy.
Well, not now at least. But no, I mean, but that's the thing is I think about it, and I mean, even my early days when I was just vlogging random clips, 2 or 3 times a week, I had friends that asked about that, because I was really, that I know, back in the early days, I was really the only family guy video blogging. Everyone else was single in San Francisco, New York, LA, or a couple. No one really had kids. A lot of those guys are having kids now, right? 6 to 8 years later. So I don't know. I haven't had any scares yet. I've had some derogatory comments that's easy enough just to delete, and depending on how bad they are, I'll go look at their channel. If no videos uploaded and it's just that comments, I can block them. They can't go to my channel anymore. They can always create another channel if they want. But they really have. Here's the thing. The way I look at it is, I'm not big enough yet to have that audience, right? You go to like the Shaytards. They have 4 children, and you go to their channel, and they get a lot of crap. But when you're that big, you hire someone to moderate for you. They go to the channel and they remove those comments and they block those people, and you know what I mean. They have editors now. They don't edit their own videos. They literally have like 4 cameras. Here's your cameras for Monday. Come back at the end of the day, and I'll swap and give you Tuesday cameras. Right? They have a system now. They hired a video blogger like myself to edit their videos because they're just that, they got the money and they've got the engine going. So
that's where the push towards real names on YouTube is helping.
yes,
Like
Google
the
Plus.
Google Plus profile.
Yes, agreed.
Because when people don't have the anonymity of having the name Jackass5 or whatever, they have to use their real name, and they can be traced and tracked.
Yes, agreed.
They're not going to make those comments anymore.
I know some people are hesitant about that because of that exact reason. Like, I don't want to know my real name. But at the same time, because they're using your real name, those people have to be more cautious of that. And I mean, they're not there yet where it's forced.
No.
But my mom, for example, I created her an account so she could comment on my videos. And like 2 days later, all of a sudden I started seeing her name. And I'm like, what'd you do? Like, you had your Puddin 0770 or whatever. And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, it shows with Vicky Comer now. Like, what'd you do? And so I went back to her channel and I figured out how to revert it. And not that I cared, but I'm marketed as Clintus McGintus, right? That's been my online name for 7 years. I started here, actually. It was a nickname I got working as an intern downstairs. It stuck. Twitter, Facebook, and AOL Instant Messenger started to bubble up. I was like, it was cool back then to have cool Avenger45 at yahoo.com, right? You didn't use your real name and your email address. You came up with some cool name. And so I was like, oh, well, Clintus McGintus is like a name, but it's it's a little cooler, it's catchier. But then all of a sudden, everyone starts knowing each other, meeting people, and then next thing you know, everyone knows me as Clintus McGintus. They don't know my real name. And I was like, okay. So then when I started doing this, I was like, do I do the Shaytards thing where I name all my kids these different names? So it's Shay Carl is his name, which actually has his middle name, so Shay Carl Butler, which is public, no big deal. But then it was Mommy Tard, Son Tard, Princess Tard, and then when they had a 3rd child, it was Baby Tard. And then years later, they had a 4th child, and they're like, well, she's Baby Tard, so what do we call him? And they ended up calling him Rock Tard, right?
Not Blanket Tart?
No. So they name their kids that way. Now, granted, when you're that popular, thousands of videos, someone went back and found their real names because they, they're kids, right? They call them by their real names. And Josh, Carrie, it's inevitable. And they've tried to force them to say, don't say, don't call, let's call him Rock Tard, call him Baby Tard, whatever. But then you go to Wikipedia and then all the names are there, something, it's public. But it's just not easily accessible. You have to go looking for it. So I'm the same way, right? I've always called her Sierra, I've always called him Bryce. We don't publicly throw out our last name, but if you look, you'll find it. Because for years on Flickr, my Flickr photos, I would throw my last name out there on our photos. No big deal, right? People that know me in real life know my name is Clint, but my last name is Comer, not McGintus, right? But
I was thinking, who would name their kid Clintus McGintus?
I know. No, but you know what though? It works. I just proved. I've been saying this for years. I get that a lot. Is that your real name? I'm like, no, it's not in college, whatever. But get this, it proved itself. Friday, I was at Pressnomics. Matt Mullenweg, creator of WordPress, was there speaking. I met him 3 or 4 years ago at another conference here in Phoenix when we played Wii Tennis at Gangplank 2.0. I said hi to him earlier in the day as a volunteer, like, hey, how you doing, man? Good. My name tag was flipped. Didn't know my name. They recognized my face. Hour later, my name flag happened to flip back over where it says Clintus. Immediately, he's like, Clintus McGintus, dude, we played Wii Tennis, and that video was awesome, and this and that. Like, instantly remembered me from the name. Had no idea about this, but it was the name. And I'm like, yes, it worked, I get those little moments every once in a while. Felicia Day is another one. I met her at South by Southwest like 4 years ago. 3 years later, she came here for Comic-Con, and I said, I was standing in the crowd. I was standing in the line or whatever that she was next to, whatever. She made eye contact with me, and I think she recognized me. She's kind of did the double take, but it wasn't until I got about this close when she's like,
the YouTube frame.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. McGintus, right? Clintus McGintus. I'm like, oh yeah, I know you. Again, it was the name. It was the name. So that's why I was like, it worked, and that's why I'm sticking with it. I haven't changed it back, even though my email address is my real name. And I'm on the fence about Facebook and Google Plus. Thankfully, because I have a big enough presence with this name, I was able to maintain that on Google Plus.
Sort of like Evo.
Yeah, exactly, like Evo. Yeah. So I'm fortunate enough to kind of have that persona. But like I said, we use the first names, and again, I'm not big enough yet to have to worry about that other kind of stuff. So,
What's your opinion on working so hard for so long to try and make it into the partner program, and then this year they opened it to everybody?
I know a lot of people are so upset about that, and especially because of this. You're a partner, but the only thing you got was monetization. You didn't get the banner, you didn't get the custom thumbnails, you didn't get the scheduled posts, and you didn't get there was a third thing. On an actual video, if you click on a video, there's a little image you can put here, custom image. That was the full-blown partner package. Not everybody got that last April when they made partners. You're just a partner via the monetization options. So I didn't really care about it because I'm already in, more the merrier, I don't care. And also, if everyone's got ads, then they're not going to be as concerned when I have ads going, oh, he's got ads on the videos, forget it. If everyone's got ads, then it's just natural, everyone's got ads, no big deal.
What are the different grades of YouTube accounts? Like you said partner, you mentioned live, are those one and the same?
So live is a feature that partners get.
Okay.
And so far, not a lot of people use it. Chris Pearl is really the only active person who uses it on a daily basis. He does this geek, what are they called? This is your geek something. I forget what it's called.
Lockerno or something.
Well, it's like a show.
Yeah.
He fires it up and he talks for like 20 minutes, and that's a video for the day. He cuts like 3 or 4 videos a day. I know iJustine's used it a couple times, a couple other big YouTubers. But basically what it is, it's a full frame live video. You can stream in HD, but only the top YouTubers get it. Right? Every day I log in, I look for that little, in your video manager.
It's been upgraded.
Yeah, in your video manager, there's a new button that just says live.
Yeah.
So the day that little button's there, I'm just gonna go, woo! I'm not there yet, so clearly. But yeah, so back in the day, there were different channels. There were director, there was artist or musician, there was news anchor kind of person, and each one had different channel looks. Like you had different options. Like if you were a musician, you actually had a calendar on your channel. You could put your show dates or whatever. Director got longer. You could post longer than 10 minutes. That was the big. Everyone went director because they didn't have to post longer than 10 minutes, but no one ever did because no one ever watched 10-minute long videos. They've gotten away from that. I haven't created a channel in a long time, obviously, but the last time I did, which was a few years ago for someone else, you were able to choose your category. So mine, I believe, is categorized as news and community. And that used to help in the browse page. When you went to the browse button, there were categories, right? And there still are, but people started gaming the system, right? You get these video bloggers that put their videos in the news category that normally videos got, 20, 30 views. All of a sudden, this popular guy gets like 1,000 views. He's the #1 video in that category. So, and it still happens today. If you go to those browse pages and you look at the top videos in all these different categories, inevitably you're going to find a face that doesn't belong. And YouTube's trying to do a good job of changing that up. Now the browse page is completely different now. There aren't there are categories, because when you upload a video, you choose which category you want. So there aren't channel categories anymore as much as there are video categories. I think there are still some categories buried. You just got to find them. They don't actively advertise them. But YouTube's changed a lot over the years.
Yeah.
Now you've got movies. You can rent movies on YouTube and watch, the Avengers on YouTube.
They're a pretty powerful platform. I mean, during Hurricane Sandy, they had
The Weather Channel
had like
live broadcast
or 2 million live
Yeah.
viewers streamed. I mean,
Crazy.
That's a lot of infrastructure that they have, to support that.
Well, and I think I ran out of time. I'm good.
No, I'm actually was here to give you this,
Oh,
because I know you didn't get one.
thank you.
Speakers were getting USB drives.
Oh, I appreciate it. Oh, it's a bottle opener. That's
That was the
awesome.
first feature I found.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Crap, what were we
I
at?
was just saying, the Weather Channel did a good job of live streaming. So
Yeah.
they're testing and tweaking, and they streamed up concerts.
Well, see, okay. So the big joke was when YouTube or Google bought them for $1 billion or whatever, almost $2 billion. They still haven't broke even. I mean, they still haven't made that money back. But because Google is backing them, they're coming up with awesome features, great things. But now we have VidCon, right, which is a YouTube conference that YouTube sponsors, and they're doing fantastic things. YouTube did a bunch of a bunch of cool things for their top YouTubers, right? They had over 1 million subscribers or so many millions of views. They gave away cool stuff, and so YouTube is amazing, and that's the thing that beats me up. Like I said earlier, I hated YouTube, right? They had poor video quality, they had a crappy community, they had crappy features. All these other companies that were right out of the gate had better features than YouTube. And like I said, I feel like I'm in the little dinghy trying to catch up with the cruise liner because everyone else is partying, and I'm like, I'm still working on it. And the hard part now is that everyone else is too, right? Now everyone can monetize, and everyone sees what everyone else is doing. I want to do that too. Right? I mean, if you do a search for daily videos, I'm not even in the first 2 pages of search results because there are thousands of other people doing daily videos and very popular people doing daily videos.
You get a sense that there's like a gold rush, or there was a gold rush.
Yes.
For essentially partners or big scale.
I mean, you think about people like Philip DeFranco,
Yeah.
right? He was on YouTube making just random, funny, stupid videos, and the moment Zay Frank quit his show, he goes, I'm going to do the same thing Zay Frank did. I'm a huge fan. And he did the exact same format, right? And of course he got a bunch of hate, like, dude, you're copying his format. Like, you're not Zay Frank. But then there was a crap load of other people go, well, you're almost Zay Frank. You're almost as good. And so I'll start watching you. And and then he ran with it. Now the the Philip DeFranco show is one of the most popular shows on YouTube. Philip DeFranco now has a studio and like 4 other shows. He has networks. SourceFed, you guys heard of SourceFed? Right, this is like another news show. They basically take, when news happens, they make a video right then and there, and they're usually like 3 or 4 minutes. And then at the end of the day, they take all those videos, make it one video. So you can either watch the bite sizes or you can watch the whole day, right? It's a whole new concept. YouTube backed him on that. They funded it because they know that he's gonna make the money back for him. He hired 3 hosts and like 3 editors and. Because he's Philip DeFranco, Sexy Phil is his channel name. And so...
Does he really talk like that? Is that all...
I met him a couple years ago. He's real mellow.
Yeah.
If you watch his vlogs, versus...
is it character or is it in post-production where he like speeds up and changes the pitch of his stuff?
I don't think so. I think it's hard edits. He did a video on his vlog channel of him making an episode of the Philip DeFranco show, he stops. I mean, he literally stops to read and repeats himself like 3 times, and then knowing editing my own vlogs, I know. I used to try to do one takes, right? SD cards. I'm like, sweet, I don't have to import footage. I don't have to edit it. I'm just gonna upload one file. You sit there and you shoot a video, and it's like 6 minutes long. You rambled, you blah 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 blah, right? So then you stop, start again. You say the exact same thing. You go from 6 minutes to 4 minutes, and then you do it again, and I missed a part. I forgot to say this thing, right? So then you do it again. Long story short, you end up shooting 5 videos, 6 minutes to 2 minutes.
An hour of footage for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I sat there for an hour, but I mean, it's 6 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. I got 3.5 done. But I'm so succinct. I didn't have to edit. I edited myself in real time. You know what I mean? And so he does that. He will do these long. He shoots an hour worth of footage for a 4-minute video. So yeah. So we're almost out of time, right? Is it 9:45?
Yeah,
We're out of time. What is there any other questions? Equipment, editing? Any questions on YouTube?
Final thoughts on things like Tube Mogul, which were like, all the SEOs were like promoting it. I feel like it's faded away.
Yeah, you don't hear about it anymore. In fact, someone bought YouTube Mogul. It's not even YouTube Mogul anymore.
Or services like that.
Yeah, I use the crap out of them. In fact, I emailed them one time and was like, "Can you increase my limit because I HD? Back even like Vimeo, which is phenomenal for HD, you have to pay for the Plus package. You can only upload one video. I mean, I can't upload video anymore unless I pay for it because my video files are too big. They have a 1 gig limit per file. And my video files, today's video is 4 gigs. It took an hour and 30 minutes to upload on my awesome connection at home. So TubeMogul is great. I've heard some other services like that. TubeMogul is the one that I use. And for those who don't know, TubeMogul is you upload one file to TubeMogul, and then you log in with all your credentials, and they save, so you don't have to do it every time. And it'll upload to wherever you want it to. So back in the day, the 4 big networks that I used was YouTube, Blip TV, Vimeo, and Vidler. And I would upload it to TubeMogul, and then I just check the 4 networks that I want to upload to, description, title, tags, hit go, and it would send them all to those 4 networks. So instead of me uploading to 4 networks, I uploaded to 1. So, yeah, it worked good, and I would still use them if I was really actively using the other network. But like I said, I can't use Vimeo because I don't have a Plus account. You have to have a Plus account to have the API. But now I can't because it's file size. Vidler has gone commercial for the most part. Vidler pretty much does all business videos. A lot of their services are paid as well. And Blip TV, I love them. I love the people behind Blip TV. I was friends with them for a long time. They've all kind of done their own thing. There's only a couple people that are left there. But they're primarily on shows, which now I kind of technically, I guess, have one that I could go to. But this is the home now. This is my home. This is what I have to promote. I don't have a blog anymore. I stopped using WordPress because I wasn't writing anything. I was basically aggregating my YouTube videos and my photos, which now we all have other sites for those, right? Instagram, Flickr, and YouTube. So now I just go there, right? I promote my Twitter, my Google Plus, and my Facebook. And I have a Tumblr. So I try to post there, depending on whichever your flavor is. If you have a preferred network, you just watch my stuff there.
So does YouTube basically end up killing all the other video sites? I mean, is there any reason to use any of the other sites?
Yeah, so Vimeo is still rocking strong. They just sent me an email because I'm on their beta testing list from their early days. Now they have a monetization model, but theirs model is a little different. It's not ads, it's pay-per-view. So let's say Vimeo kind of went to the filmmakers, right? So the people that want really super high quality, a super awesome community, awesome feature sets that can embed in HD, they're way ahead of the curve on YouTube. You can now set up 99 cents a view, right? Help support the filmmakers, their edge. But to this day, if you pay for a Plus account, I think it's like $55 a year, you get some awesome features, and their player, in my opinion, still is better than YouTube. Their community is rock solid. You don't get haters, you don't get any of that stuff. The company itself makes awesome videos. That was always an awesome thing too. Is I know the people behind Vimeo because they make videos. The only YouTube videos you find are the helpful ones, here's how to do this, here's how to do that. They don't make movies and stuff like that. They're filmmakers over there. So Vimeo is for filmmakers. Vidler, like I said, is business oriented. So if you have a business, you want people helping you with video stuff, analytics, that kind of thing. That's what they do. And like I said, Blip TV is still great for content, for shows. They're actually making their own shows now, Blip TV themselves. They have an LA office, and so they're using their LA talent and studio there to actually make shows. And yeah, so and Blip TV, like I said, Blip TV is just awesome people. I know a lot of those people that work for them and run it. And, so there's just places, but this is naturally, organically going to get you more eyeballs. So it depends on what you want. It just depends on what you want. So I won't take any more of your time. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out, and have a good rest of the day at TechPHX.